lives right now. A couple friends have had deaths, or are supporting a friend that is going through a loss. Um, a lot of uh, a lot of folks just have a lot of generalized anxiety. Their minds are going haywire. And what I was hearing was people beating themselves up. People beating themselves up for anything as severe as suicidal ideation to, being told, oh, you're not spiritually fit enough to, um, you know, kind of going off the cuff and saying something to somebody that they regret. So feeling bad, and or not getting enough done. There was just a lot of self beating up observed, and I do it all the time. And in the program, we refer to those things as character defects. And the big book and other 12-step programs have an amazing uh, sequential step process to reach a life in freedom from mind. Yeah, a lot of people kind of respond to the word defects with shame. And so the work that I did to understand that was critical, to understand how my mind works. Now, this is balanced also with people having, or humankind, a general sense of separation from a God and what is called a higher power. And our ego mind just loves, in its reptilian nature, to separate us from what we really are. What we really are is what we were in the seconds before our soul entered a zygote or became a zygote in a female body, a lab, wherever. And we are souls that are always whole, perfect, and complete. The word perfect may not settle with you well. Blissful, but we're souls. We're that aura, that energy that that you feel for others when they're not with you and you miss them. Maybe for one that has passed, and you can still sense their energy. And if there's questions about where we go in the afterlife, where we come from before this finite life, our constant curiosity about what else is out there beyond what we know about space. And if there is a God, where did God come from? That's our finite reptilian brain's self seeking something beyond just this body and this life. And it is there. And the thing that our mind does, and its sole entire purpose, and the basis of all of our struggles, is that our ego mind separates us in every millisecond from that very truth, the only truth that matters. We are infinite beings in a physical body. We have love, light, and warmth, and knowing that, returning to that, is the home within us. You can't always be in that enlightened state, but we can exist in a duality, aware in the duality. Our mind tells us, oh, we have to always be spiritual. Oh, we got to work out and be strong. It wants us to fight in these extremes of all or nothing. No, we can exist in a duality. We can be aware that we are more than our finite bodies, and then exist in our finite bodies and understand and say, screw you to our heads. Become an observer. And that is actually not a defect. Our character defects are not defects. They're freaking weapons. They're weapons that our mind uses. So conquer your weapons. Use the phrase, I am conquering my mind's thoughts, or I'm going to sit back and observe it. And that's just as powerful. Instead of beating yourself up for having those thoughts. Screw shame. Your mind will make you feel shameful about everything, about longing to connect, about having used a drug to try and do that, about taking a drink to cry. Those are the extremes. But your mind will create shame, for not getting something done on time, for not meditating enough, for so many things. If we can first and stay in awareness, first become aware and stay in awareness, live in this duality of, yes, I'm a body, I'm also a spirit, and I am going to be in the middle, aware of my mind and observe the thoughts. Because when we don't, that's when anxiety and depression and relapse can happen. So if we can get into a moment of not shutting off our thoughts, that's really hard to do. And you can get to that state. But if sitting back and saying, I am a soul that's in a physical body, my mind is in battle with me in between. I'm not going to feel shame about the thoughts. I'm not going to feel shame about anything. I'm going to observe my mind, embrace this duality, and walk through life empowered. And the more and more that you do that, the more and more peace that you will find, the more connected that you will get to it and that home within you. I'm here to help you break down those blocks. I'm here to help you walk that path. And I love you. See you soon.